qualifies for an SBA loan? You may be wondering, if you have a business or you're starting a business, an SBA loan is a great way to finance, mostly because the interest rates are so low, they're very attractive terms. But do you qualify? Well, there's three main groups of people that could get an SBA loan. Those are startup businesses, franchises, and existing businesses. Now, I say startup businesses. When I say that, technically it is possible to get financing for a startup with an SBA loan, but the requirements are so difficult that probably you won't do it. The SBA, what they do is they provide collateral to help you get a loan, but if you're a startup, they still may require for you to have 100% collateral for the loan. So if you have 100% collateral, then maybe you just use the money in your stock portfolio to finance your business. Maybe you don't want the SBA loan. Beyond just having the collateral, you have to show with your present income that you can cover the payments for the loan before your business starts. So 100% collateral and have the cash flow, you might as well just start the business with your own money. That's why it's very uncommon to see a startup SBA loan. Now, franchises, there's a lot of franchise financing through the SBA. The SBA has been doing it for years, and they've been tracking all the different franchises to see which ones default at what rate. So if you're looking to buy a franchise, you should go look at the list published by the SBA and see if it is approved or not. If you're on the not approved list, there's two things to think about. One, it's going to be harder to get the financing. Two, why is that franchise failing so much? Maybe it's not a good idea to look into that franchise. So the third group of people where you're going to see 90% of the SBA loans are existing businesses. So I'll talk a little bit about what you need in order to qualify for that. There's three things: good personal credit, good business credit, and lots of cash flow. I'm going to call it global cash flow, and I'll explain why in a second. For personal credit, it's a little more lax because you have an existing business, but you're going to want to have at least a 600 credit score. You're going to want to have history. If you have a mortgage loan, that helps. You want them to be able to look on your credit and see credit history in the past. You've used credit cards, you've paid it, you've been good. For business credit, it's maybe less important, but just don't have any gotchas. Don't have any big missed payments or liens on the business. The most important thing is what I referred to as global cash flow. And this is important, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Global cash flow is a combination between your monthly business net profit and your personal income, right? So if you look on your last year's business tax returns and you see for last year I had $120,000 net profit, break that into 12 months, that's $10,000 a month. The SBA is going to say that's how much you have to make payments on a loan. And then they're going to make it one step further. They're going to say, let's look at your personal income. How much money do you have left after all your expenses? We're going to add that to it, or what happens a lot, we're going to subtract it. So combine your personal and business income, and then you're going to figure out what kind of payments you can afford. Just to give you an idea, if you had $10,000 a month in order to cover a payment, that's about, the SBA considers you to have about $8,000 a month for a payment. You can get a loan for about $675,000. So if you're sitting there thinking, I need a $3 million loan, you're going to need global cash flow of $30,000 to $40,000 a month to get it. If you don't hit that, then don't bother applying for the loan because it's going to take 6 months and you'll get denied.